Everyone get out!
Hello tankers and tankettes. I've decided to do a bit of live gameplay. This is the first bit of live gameplay I've recorded on the 0811 version of the game. It's also the first bit I've recorded after putting my new graphics card in. So hopefully I've sorted out all the correct settings to use, because otherwise hopefully there just won't be any frame rate drops or anything like that. So I've decided to play a couple of medium games. I'm going to play, I think, the Comet and the Panther II. Not really anything connecting them, except I'm kind of grinding both, so we'll see how it goes. So I'll start off with the Comet, which I've actually been having an okay time with. I know it's not the most popular medium tank in the game, and we are immediately into new confrontation game modes, and that's a lot of T-29s. Now this isn't the first time I've played the Comet in the new concentration mode. Yeah, confrontation mode. Although last time was on a more favourable map for the British, and it was actually against the Americans, and there were fewer T-29s. And there was myself and a pair of Black Princes that did over 2,000 damage each, something like that. So the enemy T-29s weren't really good enough. However, this might be a lot tougher, so we'll see. So I'm going to go for the hill. They've got a T-20 on their team. Let's actually just change the view there, that's a bit easier. And a Hellcat, some T-25-2s. So there might be one or two things, but the thing is, I'm literally the only fast tank on this team. Look at it, Black Princes, 87s, Churchill 7s. So I am literally the only tank on this team that will go faster than about 20 kilometers an hour. So this should be interesting. And there's a Hellcat already. Can we get shots from here? No. Well, he's getting a pounding. That British rate of fire. Yeah, he's a sad panda. Oh, bit of a frame rate dip there. Hopefully it will hold up. I think I've nailed the correct settings to you, because I've basically had to change everything in order to get my graphics card, my brand new shiny graphics card to record smoothly, basically, because the big difference now is that I can do direct H.264 video encoding straight from the card, but that means not only is the game being rendered by the graphics card, that it's also rendering the video as well, whereas before that was being handled by the CPU. So it is a better card. It is in theory much more capable of it, but I did find some of my early experiments that the footage was coming out a bit choppy, so I've finally, I think, found the right level. So I'm going to be cautious here. I really don't want to be playing against a bunch of hold down T-29s. This is going to be such a defensive game. I mean, thank God there's no artillery. I really don't want to go too far. And the T-29's got pretty nice guns as well. They've definitely got the firepower advantage with all those T-29s. They really do. Confrontation mode at the moment is on quite a lot of the tiers for quite a lot of the nations. You can kind of predict what the results are going to be. I'm leaving it on for the time being just to give it a run in. It's not as immediately irritating as, say, some of the other game modes I've played, but yeah, okay. Let's fall back. There's absolutely no point trying to fight here against these guys. Yeah, so some tiers, like tier 6 Russian teams for instance, you know, it's just like, okay, we've lost. But it really does depend. But I think I might ultimately end up turning it off, because there are a few too many situations like this where it's just not broken. Although, like I said, my previous matchup with the Brits versus Yanks, the Brits actually came out quite well out of that. Whoa, yeah, they can see me. Woohoo! Nice try. Right, let's fall all the way back. We're actually not doing so badly at the moment. We're relying a lot on the British armour, I think, but the tier 6 and 7, you know, there's not a lot of fast machines that... if only we had a couple of Cromwells or something, but it would be all Churchills and Black Princes and 87s. So we're really relying on armour in this one. Apart from me, I'm the only one that doesn't have any armour to rely on. So I'm gonna I don't know. Play peekaboo over the slope or do something. We're actually winning this fairly comfortably. And this is like ultimate Kampinovka. What's the word I'm looking for? Something. It's the ultimate Kampinovka something. A bunch of very slow British tanks that basically have to play even more camp. You know, they have to play camping. We really don't have a choice. The majority of our team, because they just can't get anywhere fast enough. There we go. That guy is tracked. There we go. I can get his front axle if I can track that guy. We do actually seem to be winning this fairly comfortably. My early pessimism is obviously completely unjustified. Although I'm struggling to do any damage at all right now. To which a lot of people would go, yes, that's because you're driving a Comet. Quiet you. Oh, there we go. And he's going to burn out. I suppose they're not really using... Well, they would have to be, like, super aggressive, but also super coordinated, because the British armour... I mean, they have got good guns, the T-29s, but the armour on the Black Princes especially is no slouch. And also, individual player skill does count for a lot. So here's one where the result is actually not at all what I was expecting it to be. I'll see if I can get up there and maybe spot that guy. I'm pretty sure he can see me, actually. Don't think I can get his weak spots from this range, but at this point it seems worth a go. No. I actually had an AT-2 that charged across the field successfully. Right, let's get to the house and try not to get shot. That Black Prince is just like, yep, nope, you can try shooting at me and being all hull down and stuff. See how that works out for you. Their T-20 apparently wasn't even in the game. Wow, okay. So we know where the remaining forces are now. This has been actually fairly easy as a win. I've not even done 1k damage though, which is a bit naff. Let's see if I can stick a bit more on my damage tally before... well, hopefully they don't cap, but they're so slow. I think they're going to be less inclined to run down those remaining tanks. But it's not like the Jumbo Sherman's very fast. Right, this is a bit tricky now because he can just withdraw and shoot at one target, the one target being me. So I shall yellow it and just... Okay, let's go for it. Let's just charge the guy. I'm going to take some shots here, but... HE! Really? Were you abnormal shells? Okay, let's just close the distance. Well, that's a boon for me. Okay, this is just now classic medium versus heavy gameplay. As in, Teehee, your turret can't return fast enough, Teehee. And of course bounced. Stay ahead of his gun. Oh no! He damaged my engine, how terrible. And there we go, we won, and I've completely wasted a repair kit for no reason. Well, there we go, over 1k damage, that's confrontation mode, and actually didn't go at all like I expected, given that that was a whole bunch of T-29s. My score wasn't too bad either. Although we can see that we had one AT-7 who did an absolute boatload of damage. In fact, all of the AT-7s did alright, comparatively speaking. What? Well... Okay. Okay, well if I can get patrol duty in my mouse, I suppose somebody else, you know, it's not that improbable, patrol duty in the AT-7. Look at that. Damage due to the player's assistance, 3,093. That was impressive. That was very impressive. Okay. We'll move on to the next one, which is going to be the Panther II. And I'm kind of enjoying the Panther II. It's actually my first tier 8 medium. As you can see, I've got a couple of tier 7s. But the German line I decided that I was going to particularly concentrate on to get the E50s, because They seem like they might be more my kind of tank. They're not mobility mediums, they're more kind of firepower and armor mediums. And they've got good guns, and also they can ram things, so that obviously is an attraction as well. Okay, this is pretty terrible matchmaking for the tier 8, so at least there are other tier 8s to shoot at, but it's, yeah, top half of the team's tier 9 and 10s, and the bottom half is all tier 8. At least there's no tier 10 artillery. I think I can get up the hill and make a difference there. There are a couple of T-54s on the enemy side, and an E-50M, however, so I am not going to be aggressive. So let's... there we go. We also have an FV-4202 on our team. We don't see those very often. So, let's see how this works out. Oh, there's also somebody from We Just Dinged Them over there. And if you're wondering why I'm pointing that guy out, that particular clan, I happen to know the clan's founder. So, in fact, we'll just say, hello! We just dinged him. So there you go. So that's actually a connection going back to my SGTA days. Although, I say back to my SGTA days, I am actually still involved with SGTA. And if anyone wants to know what SGTA is, wow, that subtle link, they can check out the link in the description under the video. It's down there in the bump that's underneath every single video. How to find the SGTA forums. So there's a couple of things with me. There's the other tier 8 German medium, being the Indian Panzer, which is considerably less well armoured, but decent gun depression. It's not a bad machine from what I understand. I think it's got its fans. Very soft though. We've got the MX-5100. This is actually not the best place for 5100 because terrible gun depression, apart from anything else. And T-57 Heavy, actually that's not a bad spot at all to come up here. So, there's an IS-3 that's gone down there. That's interesting. It's a strategy. I'm not sure I'd call it a good one. And there's a T-54. Surprising no one at all. Well, I think that was his side armour at such an angle that it was always gonna bounce. Yep, just you waste them shells. You don't need them credits anyway. So, Disney Kid, that's interesting. Oh, wow, that IS-3 is... I don't even know. But I'm apparently bouncing all of the shots right now. Let's just hope he can't shoot me. There we go, 12 health. Indian Panzer bounced for a change. No, couldn't quite reload in time. 12 health, really? Really? Okay. And that'll be artillery. Yeah, Indian Panzer, that's why you don't just sit still for too long in this kind of... Yes, well done, you killed the IS-3, but... So unsurprisingly, that's the T-54s both here, plus there's something else behind them I didn't quite see. So I don't know if that was artillery, was it the... Well, if it'd been the E-100, I think the Indian Panzer wouldn't have survived. Right, even the T-57 Heavy... Well, they're both auto-loaders, of course. If they're relying on me and a badly damaged Indian Panzer to cover them during clip reloads, then that could go... Oh, crap, it's the T-32. T-32... Let's go to... It could go badly. Oh, there we go, angle. I quite like the armour on this, it's sufficient to bounce some shots unlike a lot of mediums. Having said that, of course, I haven't played any of the Chinese or the Russian mediums. Well, I've played the KV-13, which has got okay armour for its tier. It's actually similar armour values, if not identical, to the IS. But in terms of having really, really good armour, kind of like T-54 levels of armour, well, that's obviously requires having a T-54 or a Type 59 or something like that, so I'm definitely not nearly at that level. Oh, T-32. No. Command attach and totally missed. He's not a happy T-32. There's no way that hit, but you know, it was worth a go. It would have been hilarious if it had. Right. Oh, hold down T54. Yeah, let's not bother with that, maybe. T54, there's a good chance he's shooting heat ammo. I mean, not guaranteed, but it's a T54. More often than not, they do. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Uh-oh, bounce, 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 bounce. And that one missed. And that... Oh! No, you can't fire at me, I'm a YouTube celebrity. And that's a 113, which is really bad. Yeah, I might have to fall back. Depends, 113. No, I think the lower front plate's a weak spot on that, but that was way too great of an angle. He's being sort of aggressive there, which is not good news. No. Well, so much for... I am not having much luck with commander's hatches. It would seem. One missed entirely. We've won, though. It's... That E50M is over there. There's the 5120, who's probably reloaded at this point. And an IS-3 somewhere. Nope. And there's the IS-3. Oh, come on, gunner! He's angled. Look at that pike nose, just perfect. And the gunner went no and shot the ground instead. Because screw you. I've done actually less damage in this game than I did with the Comet against a bunch of T29s. So that's good. I think our T57 Heavy will have done alright. Anyway, there we go. That wasn't particularly spectacular or even terribly good, but the enemy team wasn't terribly good. So it's not like I shine in mediums especially. Let's have a quick look at the results. What? What? Okay, 2K spotting apparently? I think it was all spotting. Yeah, that's unexpected second best score because of 2K. It's only 2K spotting. Well, nearly 2.2K. Okay, let's be fair. But, that's still unexpected. The spotting system giveth and the spotting system taketh away. And as we see, the T57 Heavy did alright. And actually the FV did actually pretty good as well. And they got nearly 1900 spotting plus 4K of their own damage. So, yeah, well done that FV. We've had a couple of good players in these last matches. So, hopefully this will all have been nice and smooth, and the graphics quality. I've actually been able to turn up the graphics quality slightly when, you know, in game when I've been recording. I don't know if that'll actually come across because, of course, as ever, the big choke point for me is my internet connection speed. It's why I can't do 1080p videos, and it's why I struggle to upload good quality 720p videos sometimes. So. New graphics card, new hardware won't change that, unfortunately. What outputs from Sony Vegas will still be more or less the same, but the input will be slightly better quality, maybe. So, as per usual, if you liked this video, you can hit the like button, you can leave a comment below, you can subscribe to my channel, and of course, as always, stay tuned for more.